Okay, so here we are with another video for Random Retro Collections. This is my second video. I've just done one a minute ago, unboxing some Lanard Corp space stuff. I did mention I've recently purchased some case. Well, I didn't mention what it was, but the postman came, so you know the postman came. And I basically recently purchased some cases to store my vintage carded figures in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the box, have a look at what I've got, then I'm going to get the figures down and transfer the figures from the existing packaging they're in to these new cases and packaging. Okay. So although I've seen these obviously when I bought them, I've not, let's get that out of there, that's just my billing thing, I've not opened it, so I've not seen them in hand. Many thanks, please tell the others about us all the best. So that's a nice little message. This is who I got them from, by the way, GW Acrylic. I said earlier on I'm in collectors groups and I'd seen other people mentioning about getting these cases and someone recommended these. So I emailed them, had a chat with them about what I want, how many I want, everything, and sorted some out. So here we go. Again, great packaging. I know it sounds ridiculous and anal, but you've got to package these well, because if things get damaged in transit, it's just pointless. So first one, I'm guessing this is going to be the smaller cases. So here we go. Interesting. Look at that. Look at that. There we go, so that's the first one. Now I've ordered quite a lot of these. There's absolutely no point unboxing every single one of them in the video, but there's this box, there's another box, you can probably tell I've got quite a lot of carded figures that I want to transfer, and I've bought quite a lot of these. So how does it open? As you saw from my previous video, I did mention that I am quite clumsy opening things, so obviously that comes out. Does this back slide? No. Yeah, sorry, you can see how warm I am. I've just literally been up and down in the loft getting everything out, so a bit of heat, sweatiness on the boxes there. Actually, I know some of you collectors will be thinking, don't get that on the carded figures, but I'll probably leave it a bit. So there's the first case. First thoughts, looks great, looks sturdy. I'm assuming I just slide the figure in there and then slide the base back. I'm assuming it goes this way, that's the top, that's the bottom, and then I slide that in afterwards. Now, before I actually open my other collection, this arrived not too long ago. So this is Q-Force Sonar Patroller, but this is a foreign release. I don't know which one it is. Collection 2 Le Figurines. I'm guessing that's French. Verzamol Ali Team Leiden. Verzamol Ali Team Leiden. Not sure. But I love to collect the carded Action Force figures, and I love variants. So this one, it's a Q-Corps Marine Man Sonar Patrouille. Bubbles excellent. Absolutely no cracks. Bit of peel in there. As you can see, it's starting to come off the card. It is what it is for something of this age. Got no issue with that. If the bubble was flat, would it still attach? Yeah, it would. Now, just looking then, actually, with the bubble coming off, then I thought, is this a reseal? That's obviously one thing you've got to look out for a lot at the moment. You get a lot of people getting old card backs and resealing it, but you can tell this bubble's vintage just by the look and the colour of it. And I don't think that's resealed. You can tell by the dust and dirt in between the gaps and things and inside it as well. And the figure itself looks pristine. So this will be the first one. So this is, yeah, this will be the first one, trial and error. So let's see how this works. I'm assuming you just slide it in. Look at that. How do you get that into tuck in then if it's got a bent card? Anyone got any recommendations? Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a long object that'll fit in there and press it down. The only long object I can think of is a kitchen knife. So, bear with me 1 minute. So this is a first for me. I know there'll probably be other collectors out there thinking, no, what the hell are you doing? Don't get a knife, blah, blah, blah. But if you can give me any tips and advice, please do. Like I say, I've only had them in the basic plastic star cases, so I just thought, get something nice and long, press it down, and slide it in. Is that going to work? There we go. There we go. That's not too bad. There we go. And then there's the bottom, go back on. I think I've got it the right way. There we go, there we go, there we go. So there we go. That's my first one. I like the look of that. Yeah, again, if anyone's got any better ideas than using a kitchen knife, please let me know. But to be honest, it's worked. I'm quite happy with that. So, that's going to be the first of many. Now, I'm not going to continue doing the video opening the other box, like I said, because I ordered a significant amount. I'll tell you what I will do, actually. Let's leave that there. I did order some bigger ones. And I think this is obviously one of the bigger ones you can see here from the size of it. So let's have a look at that. So for Vintage Action Force collectors, you will know you do get the larger size ones for the Satellite Defence, for the is it Sonar Patrol, Paratrooper, US Paratrooper, the SAS Sparrowhawk, the SAS Boat Patrol. I think that's it. I have a couple of them. I forgot this knife. I have a couple of them. So obviously I've got a couple of these cases, and in the future I would hope to have a few more. So I got a couple extra. Again, packaging is absolutely belting. I should think so too, because not cheap. But that is lovely. Let's get rid of that. Let's just open that, and here we go. Here's the larger size one for the larger figure. Do you know what, I've just realised I haven't brought down any of the larger ones. I'll go get a couple in a second. But there we go. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to empty all these boxes, move everything out of the way, then I'm going to get the figures down, and then I'm going to introduce you to the range of figures I've got. So obviously you've got the first wave, you've then got Q Force, SAS Force, Z Force, Space Force, the enemy. I've got a few variants of each of those. Whether this will join into this video, whether I'll be able to edit it is a totally different question altogether. I think the answer's probably no, but I'll do my best. So it might end up being separate videos for each team, and I'll just show you my collection. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so welcome back. What I've done is I've got my collection out. Laid them on the floor, and I'm just going to go through them and then obviously transfer them to the new packaging that I've just purchased. So as you can see, this is a Q Force. Got a few variants, different copies. I'll pick them up in a second, show you them a bit more detail. Also got the Q Force Stingray Shark. Now I'll be honest, that is the main reason why I've decided to go for this type of packaging. And that's because you can get the large case for that. I like things to be nicely packaged, I like things to be nicely displayed, but I've got a couple of them and you can package them. These star cases are great, don't get me wrong, they're brilliant, love them. Protects your carded figures, they look great, you can hang them up, absolutely nothing wrong with them. But then I got them, nothing I can do with them. So it was a bit of a decision to change everything. Obviously it's going to cost quite a lot of money to change it, but I made that decision. I'm happy with it because that looks beautiful. So once I've done all the others like that, we'll have a look again. I'm not going to go through unpackaging them while on film because it will take forever. So what I'm going to do, give it a pause, change the packaging, put them in new cases, and then go through them in more detail. See you in a second. And there we have it. So with the magic of, I'd like to say editing, but basically stopping and starting again. I've swapped all of those over to these new cases. Now, again, the star cases before, great. I ain't got a problem with them whatsoever. They did the job perfectly, but it was mainly because of that bad boy. I wanted something for that to be cased in, and I wanted it to be consistent. So the natural choice was to go with these star case, with these GW Acrylic cases. Recommended by someone on one of the groups. I'd seen their displays and looked amazing, so I thought I'd give it a crack. The guys were great. I negotiated a job lot order, but I'm now looking at what I've done. I don't think I've got enough. So we'll see. So let's have a look at what we've got then. So start with this Q-Force Aqua Trooper. This is UK edition. Look out for the Exciting Action Force comic on sale. This is how you know what edition it is. Good condition, unpunched. Flip it over. It's got the Commander figure offer. So I'm going to put it back that way. We've already seen the front. We know what it is. We've seen it displayed. Really, really happy with how they're looking. Putting it that way. The reason I'm doing that, again, because the different releases, they've got different adverts. Foreign one. I'm not a specialist on these. Collect them all, collection tuity. I think it's maybe Italian, I'm not sure. Q-Force Aqua Trooper, Soldado Aquatico del Cupiora Q. Again, good condition, unpunched. As you can see on the back, in comparison to the other one, slightly different display. So I think, I don't know, I was going to say, I think that one came out first before this one, I'm not sure. The reason I'm going to say that is because of the Skeletron offer. Yes, it did, right. The reason you know is because with that one, you've got your standard figures. This one, you've got the Space Engineer, the Minesweeper and things like that. That came out later. So again, that's a UK release with the Commander figure on the back. This is a foreign release, I'm not sure, French, Italian, whatever, Skeletron offer on the back with a different range of figures. So there we go. I'm just going to move this one out the way. I'm going to move it down and move these across because we know we're going to be adding the other one. Q-Corp, another one. Aqua Trooper, Sonar Petrolier, Q-Corp Marine Man. Collection Les 2's Verzemal Z Alinal. I believe it's a Dutch version. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but really, really happy with it. I can't believe how gorgeous these are in these cases. And again, it's a later offer, Skeletron, Bio Skeletron. Not going to go through it. Again, unpunched, happy with that. There you go. And this is obviously the latest one I've just got. Verzemal Ale Tamaladian Verzemal Ale Team Leden Collection 2 slave figurines. As you can tell, languages was not my specialist subject. So this must be an earlier release one because of the offer there. So we've got, is it a Black Major offer? No, it's a Commander. I saw that bit there and for a minute I thought it was the skull. But again, the reason it's difficult to get a lot of these in the condition carded is because, and I did this, I'd cut out the bio, I'd keep that. I also cut out the points to get the figures. Everyone did. So you think not only would I have had to have destroyed this one, this particular one, I would have needed to have destroyed another 4 by cutting them up. And I, for one, did do that. So to then start collecting them carded, get them in these conditions, I'm quite lucky. Deep Sea Defender. Lovely condition. What you will notice here, we've got a blue aerial. Look out for the exciting Action Force comic on sale. Q-Force Deep Sea Defender, unpunched. First release. Commander offer. Here we go. This is a European one. Again, I'm not going to pretend I know what it is, but Q-Force Deep Sea Defender Palambara. But what you'll notice on this one is Ariel's blue. I've had this for quite some time, and I didn't even realise it wasn't until recently that someone mentioned something on one of the groups I mentioned earlier on. I'm involved in these groups, and they said about the different coloured Ariel. I was like, oh really? Let me check, and there you go. So there's obviously different variants of the cards, the card backs. Generally speaking, the figures are the same with their accessories, but there are sometimes slight variants. Here's an example of one of them. As you can see, this is a later release because we've got the Skeltron, Space Engineer, Minesweeper, sorry, should I say, Kraken, all of them that came with the later releases. And the other Q-Force Deep Sea Defender. These, I don't know much about it, but I know they're different. Okay, so it's exactly the same as the other Q-Force Defender, which had the look out for the exciting Action Force, blah, blah, blah. There's a sticker over it. I don't know why they did this. I don't know if it's a later release. Let's have a look at the back. The back's the same. The back's the same. So unless someone help me, someone tell me in the comments, I'm going to guess maybe it was an early release, first release, but then when they did the next release, they just put a sticker on top. I don't know the backstory. I just know there's variants. So, and then obviously for me being an obsessive collector, I want to buy the variants, I want to collect the variants. So if anyone can tell me why, that'd be great. We've then got Sonar Officer. Look out for the exciting Action Force comic on sale, so we know. First one, Commander Offer. Sonar Officer with the sticker I just mentioned. So likely the back's the same. Yes, it is Commander Officer, but it's a variant. It's got that different sticker on. Sonar Officer, yeah, unpunched. I forgot to mention most of these are unpunched. There's only 2, 3, I think, 4, 5. I like them to be in as good condition. Some of them have got slight lifting on the bubbles, but when they were in the star cases, it was fine. You couldn't tell. They were in good condition. Now they're in these cases, they look even better. I can't believe how good they look. So chuffed. Q-Force Skimmer. Quite rare, this one. Difficult to get hold of. I've only got one copy of it so far. I'm sure there's probably going to be other variants and copies out there. I'll keep my eye out. If anyone sees this and they're interested in trading or helping me out in any way, shape or form, I'd be really grateful. I do have a lot of spares, a lot of copies, because if I do see any and they're in better condition than mine, I'll buy them because I'm obsessive like that. So I've got some spares if someone wants to trade. And here we go, we've got the Q-Force Battle Gear. Came with a red version of these. It is SA80. Everybody who collects Action Force will know about the SA80, the black ones in the enemy pack, which they then used for the Star Wars. There was a special offer on Star Wars. Again, I didn't know about this until recently, and I'll tell you why later on. But something happened, I bought something, there was an anomaly, someone told me about it, and then I learned quite a lot. So what else is in there? I think it's just the, oh, well, it shows you here anyway. So there's knife flippers, hooks, guns, stands. Second release. There we go, lovely. And then obviously this bad boy, and again, this is probably the main reason why I decided to change my collection. So this could be cased nicely because it was loose. And when you got something like this loose kicking around it, it's potentially going to get damaged. So the fact I've now got this beautiful cases for my collection, and this is just a Q-Force one, we'll try and look at the others. It's an early release, part of the first waves. And you've got the details about the Aqua Trooper there. So there we have it. That is the Q-Force collection. there are some gaps there. If anyone wants to get in touch about trading, swapping, please do. Be more than happy to. Or for anyone else just enjoying this as much as I do, hope you appreciate it. See you with the next group or force.